Generic greetings and welcome to Construction plus Prison-Arcitect plus Alpha 14 episode 3. In the previous episode we built all of this, so we got the wall all the way around, we got the fence all the way around, we got the canteen, the kitchen built, at least the foundations put in, as well as our power block. I always call this a power block. What I mean is it's got the capacitors, power stations, water pumping, etc. The two work areas, the entrance bit here, which is still, I really need to mess about and change some of that at some point, the really nice visitation, which I like, and the offices top and bottom. This episode we will be building the work area over here, these two cell blocks, one of these, and generally polishing it off to get prisoners for probably next episode. So let's unpause it, shall we? Yes, like I said, I've been doing a lot around the kitchen and the canteen. I need to sort that out now. In fact, I'm going to repause it. I'm going to go to planning and to my objects. Now, this is something I really need to take note of because I'm aware that this planning tool doesn't save, so I need to sort this out first. There was a reason why this was one further back, and I've just figured it out, because there was a wall there and a wall there, wasn't there, with an entrance in, and then we got the metal detectors. What I'm going to do instead is have a double entrance here and then have metal detectors right next to it. I think that should do. We don't really need a wall either side, but I definitely want a double entrance, so I'm going to go to my objects and my large jail door, put in a large jail door there and there, basically both sides respectively, and then go to my objects once more and then go to table and start putting tables 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then we'll unpause it and then we'll put benches in. 1, 2, 3 benches, and then we'll do the benches like so. Then we're pretty much going to copy it on the other side as well. 1, 2, and 3. Same thing again, as you expect. And then we'll put the tables in like so. 1, 2, 3. And we also need to do... Why has that not got power? That light hasn't got power. It shouldn't be there anyway. Let's dismantle it. Neither should that one there. I think this is a new bug for the alpha. Power getting put inside the inside these areas. Right. So I need to work out where these capacitors. Sorry, what I should really explain. The lights are getting put in. They're getting put inside the walls. I mean, they used to do that anyway, but then they used to get demolished once they were done. Once you put walls over it, but for some reason it's not doing that. Weird. Anyway, I need to sort out my power. As you can see, this centre bit's powered by that. I need to work out what's going to power what. So I reckon this... I think this was going to power these workshops and then all of the back bits here. And then maybe even these two. And then this and anything else is going to be powered by that one. I think that's the plan. So let me bring my electrical cable up here and then along. And then I'm going to drag it just to there, like that. Not any further than that. I'll explain why in a moment. We also need to put, perhaps, drag these up into here, and then into there, and then into there, just to power these areas. There we go. How are we doing for money? We have 348,566 generic credits. Our intake is closed for obvious reasons. We can't really receive any prisoners yet. Looks like we've just finished something. We're working on prison policy, contraband, and labour. What did we research though? It was probably groundskeeping or something like that. Oh, we need to research dogs as well. Let's start doing that, and CCTV, and eventually land expansion. I don't need clone. I don't bother with that. It's lazy. Right. Let me put a standard door in there and there. I don't know if that's the final location for it, but we'll stick with it for now. This is so the workers can obviously go to the storage and take it from there. Apparently, the workers will take things from the storage, but I don't want them going in there, so I'm still going to have it so that deliveries and storage is staff only. This is something new, the fact that deliveries and storage can now be out inside and the trucks will stop there, which is why I've got this bit here, which is really hard to see. If I lock down, you can see how it looks. Actually, I've obviously got that one missing there, but you can see that this is one big section. And let me unlock it down. In fact, let me put in, now that I've just seen that, a door there. There we go. Right, so let me go to... Oh, I was going to build this area here, but I can't because I haven't got the ability to place things like that yet. Let me drag the power down and power up these areas around here. So I'm probably going to drag it. I'll probably have it like that. Will do us, and then all the way up like so. I think that will do us. This will power everything at the back, then everything here. There we go. These areas are going to be the kennels, which I need to designate. These two. And then this will be our workshop. This is our, obviously, our power block, our utility block. Obviously, we've got the thing going all the way around. Paths. I need to put paths in. I'm going to do that first. I was going to do that in the last episode, but I ended up not doing it. Let me put the paths in all the way along. So the paths are going basically from one side completely to the other. There we go. And put them in like so, all the way along. Like that. There's going to be a lot of paving for them to lay, but, you know, they can deal with it, I'm sure. All the way down here. Now, it's a lot of paving, I know, but they're going to have to do it eventually. So, put the paving in. I'm sure there's bits. I'm sure I'm doing it very inefficiently, and I'm doing it in such a way that I've probably missed stuff off. I should probably not place any more because it's probably just buying loads and lagging it out. But yeah, let's leave it there, shall we? While they place that paving slabs. It is just slabs, isn't it? That I've just used concrete slabs. Or concrete tiles. I like concrete tiles for the walkway. They look quite nice. Right, so it looks like something's ding-a-linged, which was... Oh, work area. So we can go to my room now and then go to... let me just go to visitation and designate that as visitation. And that. And then this thing here. There you go. That's visitation. We also need to go infirmary, which I can designate that as infirmary. That is morgue. There we go. And then we can go to, finally, my workshop. Designate that as workshop. And that is workshop. One of these will be classed as the primary workshop for storing things, which is a bit annoying. I might make this bit a workshop as well, but we'll see. We'll see how much... If people are transferring stuff from this workshop down to here constantly, then we might have a problem. Otherwise, I'll probably leave it as is. Right, so we need to go to objects and workshop press. So how many can we fit in? Let me plan it. Let me go to planning, and walls will do. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to do it the other way. It needs to be up against that wall there. Okay, that's all I needed to worry about. So workshop saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Workshop press. You guessed it. Do I put it there? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some people swear by having the entrance, these right next to each other, but I don't know. I've seen the workers having to like dodge around it and stuff, so I don't think so. What I'm going to do now is go to my utilities, and as you can see, the reason I didn't do this in the first place is because that's messed up. I did mess it up a little bit. There we go. Delete them bits there. We're going to run the electrical cable down there, and then that connects all that up instead of having to mess about. Finally, there we go. And then we can go to my objects table and start putting in tables. So from the bottom, we'll put in 1 table, 2 table, 3 table, 4 table, 5 tables. Same thing on this side, all the way down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the entrance. I'm going to have a probably a staff entrance. Let me just dismantle that. Just dismantle them two. 2 staff entrances either side, and a big door entrance there. Yeah, I think that'll do us. One thing I forgot to do as well in the last episode, go to reports and go to my grants. I still have grants. Which you can see, I've already completed 2 of them. It's just because of the infirmary and such. And so, morgue slab. So yeah, I've already completed several of them grants. Medical area, we can put the beds in. Like so. Hang on, is that right? Yeah, that's something. That's about right. Yeah, something like that. There we go. And we are. Oh, that's totally powered down because I haven't connected it up. So we'll go to there and then connect it up like so, and do that to there. There. We'll have to put it to. Then we'll go back to objects and workshop saw, and you guessed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've messed that up. How have I messed that up? That can't be... Don't say that's smaller. That can't be smaller. 19 by... Damn it, that is too small. How is that too small? It should be 20 by 12, but it isn't. Cancel. And just power the entire thing down. Oh well. Good. This is going well. It's gone from awesome to what the hell's going on. That's what's happening here. Let me just put capacitors in there. Done. 11,000 capacitors. Right, I've got the money to burn pretty much. Yes, 20 by 12. So this building up here is actually one too small. So foundation, building, lay foundation across there. There we go, and that should be it. And then I'm going to have to demolish, dismantle these two, and then move this up by 1. That's all it is, I'm guessing. Let me just measure with the planning tool from walls how much this is from there to there. It's 8, so this should be from there to there 8. 8 it is, perfect, yes. Just a little mistake, that's all it was. Oh well, not too bad at all. I can put up with that. And let me turn this back on. Hang on, let me close the planning tool. Now switch on. Need to switch all of these capacitors on. I don't know why I have to switch them on manually. It's annoying. There we go, on. And you can't really tell which ones are on and which ones are off. Are these already on? I think these are already on. Yeah, there we go. Turn that on. There we go, powered up. Perfect. Right, now we can go dismantle all these. I'm just hoping they don't get designated to prisoners, because sometimes they do. At least that happened a couple of alphas ago. Let me go to my materials, demolish walls, and demolish the walls all the way up there. And at least this is going to be the right size now. Please don't be assigned to prisoners. 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 I really hope these aren't assigned to prisoners. Can you tell? Yes, I think you can. Let me just go to my rooms, and then my workshop. Designate that as workshop, as so. And now, once these are move to workshop. Why are they not moving it to workshop? I'm guessing they've been assigned to prisoners. Yes, they have. Thanks, game. Thanks for that. Dump them. I could wait until I get prisoners, but you know what? With the amount of money I have, I might as well just dump them, and they're not even dumping them anywhere. Oh well. I could just wait for prisoners. But whatever, I don't care. I've got the money to burn. Workshop saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the advantage and sort of disadvantage with selling prisons and building again. Because I sold my other prison. I've been able to build this. I've still got 351,000. Probably more than enough to build all of this. But it does add a new challenge, because previously I would just be content and just, well, I would have to really think about the money, and there'd be a couple of times where it wasn't necessarily slow, but we would have to really think about exactly what was going on in terms of... Oh, no, we'll cancel that one. We've really had to think about what was happening when it comes to planning things. So I need to plan and build, you know, really quite frugally, I guess would be the term. Oh, good grief, look at that. Just a big cluster, isn't it? Yes, I really need to build quite carefully, but now I don't need to do that as much, really. Let me put jail... Do I put jail doors or normal doors on the cleaning cupboard? I think normal doors will do us. Normal jail doors. And then we need to put jail doors on for the entrances to this. How am I going to put the entrances here? There? Yeah, I guess put the entrance there, that'll do. You only need one entrance there. Yes, that'll do us nicely, and there's all the buildings gone. That's fantastic. This is going to be our sort of worky type area. Where we will have our 2 cleaning cupboards, which I'll build in a moment, as well as our laundry, which will be there. So let me just go to my cleaning cupboard and designate this is cleaning cupboard, this is cleaning cupboard, and then this is laundry. Laundry is obviously going to be quite big. I need to hire a couple of guards and a couple of other things for my grant. I need to hire 2 doctors to get that grant as well. So you know what? I might as well go to Doctor 1, 2. There we go. And then sack them. I almost deleted them there. Sack. There we go. Sack and sack. Gone. Because we don't need them. We've got the grant done. So let's go back to my materials and concrete tiles. And then zip up here. Like so. And then build pretty much all the way around. Like this. Then all the way along. Like so. I actually thought that was going to be one larger than it is. Oh well. There's always problems when it comes to designing things. And we'll put the entrance so it goes out like that. In fact, we might as well pave the rest so we can actually see how it looks. All the way down, like so, to there, and then all the way up to there. Might as well pave the lot while we're here. All the way along, and we've got the money to do this, so there's no problem. All the way along, put that little bit in, and then all the way up here. This is going to a lot of money on tiles, I'm guessing. To there, yeah, and then all the way along to there. Then we'll put the entrances in as well. There we go, and that bit down there, I believe. Yes, that bit down there, yeah. And I think that's it. Yes, I think that's all the paths we need to put in. Good grief, normally I do that right at the end. Anyway, so cleaning cupboards, they're put in. No power, we need to run some power. So we'll go electrical cable, run the electrical cable like that. Yeah, like so. And then the water pipe, we will do something similar. We'll run the water pipe along, up, and then into there, like so. Like that. Then we can run the water pipe all the way from the end, all the way down, and then we can plumb things in when we need to. I might as well go to building and build that and that. No, I'm not going to build that. I'm not going to build the end one. I don't need to yet, because I might end up changing things. Let me put a small jail door in there. And that'll be to complete that building. This is going to be our. This is quite universal. This building. It's got a lot of things in it. It's got our holding cell, our common room, our security area, and a, what would you call that? Solitary? Yeah, solitary. So a lot to get done in there. We have 337,231 generic credits, which we're doing okay. Have I got a psychologist? I think I do. Yes, I do. Not that I really need one at this point, however. I know a lot of people do say in the comments, oh, no, what you should do is make the, once you've got things researched, like sack the foreman and stuff, which I believe you can do, but I don't really see any point in it, really. It's something I don't like to do. Then we go to grass and place grass over here. This is where the walkway will be for the... sorry, this will be our yard, and I'm going to place it where the dogs will be as well, because dogs want to, you know, have a little roll around in the grass and such. There we go. And then we will go to my, concrete tiles, I think. Yeah, concrete tiles, put them in there, like so. And like so. And there. What I'm thinking of doing, and this is something that you can vote on in the comments, is this fence all the way around. I'm not too fond of it. I do like the fence. I do like the idea of having a bit of a sectioned off bit. But what I don't like... Is that for a start? That's wrong. What I don't like is the way it looks. Because obviously underneath it you can see clearly how it is. It's like, you know, just dirt underneath. I might replace that with the wall. With that, the concrete wall. So it'll be perimeter wall and then concrete wall. What do you think? Post in the comments and we'll go from there. But I think that's... I'm in favour of that, but I'd just like to get your feedback on it before I mess about with it first. Anyway, laundry. So we're going to put some laundry machines in as well as some other things in here. So I need to put in, firstly, my laundry basket. So I'm going to put in a full 16 in, which is more than I actually need. 1, 2, 3 laundry machines. 4, 5 laundry machines, why not? We need a table. We need a couple of tables, actually. One there, and I'll cancel that. I'll put one. I think I'd rather spin it round. Yeah, you can't. I think I'll have 4 laundry machines. I don't think we'll need more than that. We've got a spare one if need be. And then we'll go to our... what do we need? What do we need in here? Ironing board, of course. Ironing boards. What's the best way of putting it? One there and the one there, and then one there and one there? Or do we want 1, 2, 3? I don't know. 1, 2. 1, 2. That'll do us 4 ironing boards. There we go. There's the laundry done. Right. Let's go to power. And we'll drag the electrical cable in like so. And then up into that. To power that. I think they're connected up. I don't know. Just for sake of not messing it up, I will connect them up like that. And then we're going to drag this all the way down. This is our pipe. We're going to drag the pipe down like so. As always, as we've done before, the pipe connects up to the center. It doesn't connect up to the side or out here, anything like that. It connects up directly to the center. So if the prisoners want to escape, they're not really going to dig through the pipe because it's a bit pointless. So, what do we need? We need a holding cell, we need shower, we need yard, we need a couple of guards, a couple of chefs. That's fine. What I need to do first is put the walls in here. Although I fear once I've put the walls in, it's going to be a bit annoying to look at. So let me just go to... let me put the doors in where I'm actually going to put the doors. So I'm going to put a jail door in... I don't want to put a solitary door in. I like the idea of having a solitary door in this main area, make it really secure, and I can afford it. Let's put a solitary door on there, and a solitary door on there to this main entrance here, and then we will put a large jail door. Probably, where do we put it? Right outside the entrance, maybe? I don't know. I'm thinking perhaps there. I don't know. We'll leave that in a bit. We'll leave that for the moment. Let's go to brick wall. Put the brick walls in all the way along. These are obviously the brick wall for the solitary. We've probably got more solitary than we really need, but it depends how I'm going to run it. It depends if I'm going to do a quite harsh prison like the previous one, that I might actually go ahead and do that. I might go ahead and do something like that. I might need a lot of solitary, but this is something I'm totally taking votes on. What do you think we should do on that one? Because I really don't know yet. I haven't yet decided. Let's go shower heads, put the shower heads in. There's going to be a little bit of a shower for these guys here in the holding cell. Right, it looks like we're putting that wall in. We need to put a door in here somewhere, don't we? But it depends on where I'm going to put stuff. I reckon the best place to put doors is to put a large jail door. Actually, no, a small jail door would do. Or even, do I even need a jail door? Yeah, I'll put a jail door, just one there and one there. I don't think we need any more than that. We're not going to get a big amount of traffic in here. So just a standard door would do. Right, utilities, electrical cable. Let's drag the electrical cable down like so. To about there. And then we'll do the same thing. Drag it up to about there. There. There we go. And then we can bring the electrical cable in. Actually, we'll pull the electrical cable in like so. I think to about there will do us. And I don't think we need any further than that. There. Is that about right? About that. That'll do us for now. Yeah, there we go. And we'll start designating these. So rooms, holding cell. Designate that as holding cell. There we go. We designate this as solitary. These ones, and these ones. I'll put doors on in a moment. That one can be solitary as well. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to have a camera there. What else? These haven't put the doors in yet. They are scheduled to be put in though, so that's fine. They're too busy putting the pipes in. Oh, it's starting to get dirty, isn't it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to hire a janitor and a gardener. Hire 2 janitors even. Just because I've got the money, I might as well keep the place clean. As you can see, this really needs really needs mowing. Really does need mowing. Yeah, every time I look at this fence, I'm thinking we should change that to concrete. Post in the comments. I'm almost certainly going to do it, however. But, you know, if there's a lot of negative, you know, oh, no, you shouldn't do that, and this is why, then I won't do it. But, yeah, post in the comments. See what we'll go from there. Let me put the water pipe in there. And then we need to put the water pipe in for these places as well. So, how are we going to do this? Water pipe, like so. Water pipe like so. And then water pipe. That should do. That should do, because once we designate it, make these cells, in fact I might as well do that now, put these cells in, like so, we should be okay. There we go, all the way along, like that. This is obviously the new cell design from feedback from the comments. Haven't really had, got a couple of bits of feedback regarding changing it, but I don't think we really need to change it much more than what it is. I think we'll keep it as is. We're putting the walls in now, and then we can get that as a proper cell block. Today's beverage is water. So yes, we are doing okay. I know there's been some, not negative comments, but there's been some comments about the prison it being easy, about us basically sort of, I know one person said, oh, I'm cheating now. Well, not really. It's, well, there's not even really in it. I'm not cheating. It's in the game. The whole point is you can sell your prison. You can sell your previous prison to make a better one and start off from scratch like this. It means that you have to put the work in at some point. So I've had to put the work in to get enough money. I got $500,000 for my previous prison. I didn't hack that in. That was just done legitimately. So I had to get that somewhere in the first place. It means you can sell that and then move on to this one. You can't then sell it again. You can only sell it once. These ways around it, actually, but, you know, I did only sell it once. What I need to do is put these paths in here. Hang on one moment while I remember. And then put in the objects. Large jail door. Put the large jail door in there and in there. There we go. But yes, I definitely, I'm definitely not, no, I don't agree at all that this is cheating because it's part of the game now. You sell your previous prison. What I do, however, think is a little bit, not annoying, but I think what is going to be, time will tell on this one, but I think with the monetary factor gone, like, I don't need to worry about what I'm building here. Like, I've got 313,567 generic credits left, right? Even if I did everything on this prison, I don't think I can spend enough. I think I'll probably have 100,000 left over. I think it's just better design, or I don't know whether it's better design or just, or whatever, but either way, there's no problem here, right? We don't have any problem, and there's a lot of stuff stuck on here. I need to get it off the trucks. For the time being, I'm going to designate... Why aren't they moving this from storage, the metal from storage? I'm guessing that it's because it's a work... Ah, right. It's now a prisoner's task to move it from there. Oh, joy. That's going to be annoying. I don't know what we're going to do with that. See, all of this is move. It's dump and move sheet metal to the workshop saw, which means the deliveries is no longer... It looks like the workman can't do it. That's going to be really annoying. That's something we're going to have to really test. This is going... Actually, this is perfect for what I was on about time will tell whether or not having a monetary incentive or distraction will hinder the game or not. Because at the moment, I can pretty much do what I want here. You know, there's no... this is wrong, I'm sure. It was supposed to be there, wasn't it? Them walls were supposed to be moved along a bit. Yeah, I'm going to demolish them walls. Demolish them walls there and there. And then move them onto there and there, because then I can have a double grate, which will allow us to, you know, drain the water out better. I don't like the grate. Actually, do I want a grate all the way along here? No, I like it just like that. But yes, the time will tell whether or not the whole monetary thing will be a problem. But I don't think it will be. I think it'll just be a different sort of game. Like, I don't have to think about how much money I'm spending now, but I do have to think about the design and things like this. You know, things have changed enough for me to really have to think about it. Like now, the deliveries looks like the workers have to come and pick the stuff from there. So we'll see about that one. We're going to see how that goes. Let me just go to my rooms and then cells. Designate all this as cell. All this is cell. And then go to shower. Designate all this area here. And that bit there is shower. And they're just putting stuff in. As you see, we need to go to my jail door and put in jail doors all the way along here. There we go. Oh, cancel that one there. And then put the jail doors in here. And then they are now classed as cells. At least that should be pretty much done. In the centre I might put phone booths and such, but again, comments in the comments for that, because I haven't yet decided whether or not to do that. Actually, I'm going to cancel them. There's a reason why. My logic is that you want to see the prisoner's head if you're walking past here, so having it directly opposite the cell would make sense. I know it doesn't make any in-game effect, but, you know, it makes sense in my head. Let me just cancel off that planning there. There we go, and that bit there. So, need to do this bit now. Let me go to my materials and brick wall. And put in the brick wall. There we go. And then all these all the way along. Oop, cancel that bit. And then drag them up to here, which means our capacity shall be quite high. What time is it in-game? It is nearly 12 o'clock. I could probably get this prison to a running state for prisoners to turn up. I probably could. Canteen's done. This is all done. Holding cell is sort of done. We'll see, actually. We'll see what happens. I'll build this as quick as I can, and we'll see what happens with that. Let me go to my deployment, and staff only. That's obviously staff only. That's fine. This place needs to be staff only. I need to make deliveries gen pop. And I need to make this bit around here staff only. Where is it? Staff only, staff only. That's staff only, that's staff only. That still isn't staff only, probably because I haven't put... Yeah, I haven't... Oh, yeah, I need to delete this. I need to redo this. So, materials, demolish walls, demolish them. And put in a fence back there. And then put rooms, no, objects, large jail door. I need to put it in there and there. Then I need to redo it. I need to re-put concrete tiles there. Yeah, as you can see, look, it's changed the dirt underneath to, well, it's changed the dirt underneath to just be dirt. There we go. Anyway, right. Pause. Let me go to my utilities, electrical cable, and drag in the electrical cable just in here. Going to do the same thing in here. We'll drag the electrical cable. Probably, how we're going to do this? Actually, no, I think these. How is this going to be powered? Is this going to be powered? Let me cancel that. Let me cancel that because I want this to be powered by this circuit. Because these won't be powering anything else, so it seems a bit of a waste. I might as well drag that in like. Drag that down, then along like that into there, and then into there, and then into there, and then probably like that. Do I want to do that? I don't know, like that maybe? Something like that. We'll try that for now, and then we'll pause. So, that's that put in. That looks a bit weird, but that's that put in. Shower, cells, yes. I am going to put some common room down here, I think, for phone booths and such, but we'll see. Laundry's done, cleaning cupboard's done. This needs to be designated now, so I can go to cell, designate all that as cell, and then shower. Designate all this is shower, all this is shower, fantastic. Objects, drain, 3 drains, 1 drain there. Get the shower head, spin them around a couple of times, all the way down to the bottom. Beds, put in the beds all the way here. Like I say, there's no real way that I can overspend now. I'm at 298,000. I can't imagine why there'd be a problem with me overspending here. I might even start putting really fancy floors in. It's basically a way to bank the game, isn't it? You can bank your money by, you know, making a really expensive prison, then moving on to another prison, making that, and then doing it like that way. They've already said, I'll point this out now, he's already said, or they've already said in the IV Alpha 14 video, that this is very, very exploitable and not balanced in the slightest. It is not meant to be. It is just a case of alpha game is alpha. They've put it in for people to try and use, etc., and then you can deal with it, sort of thing. It's like, there you go. That's what they've done. That's why it's been done that way. Its visitation really needs to be sorted out. So, it is... what time is it? It's getting on towards next day. Shall I get some prisoners? Not this day. I think I'll finish off this, and then I think we might... I did say at the start of this episode that we're not going to get prisoners, so I think we will... I think I'll hold to that, because it's not... I think we'll hold to that, and then we can get prisoners next episode. This is something that we can just get most of the stuff built, and then obviously next episode prisoners, change things around as need be based on feedback and the prisoners and such. Then next episode finish off the remain design, then the one after that we can pretty much start expanding from the top, left, down, etc, etc. As there's not going to be an alpha for 2 months, we will either expand until the game dies, or we can start another prison, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, there's another grant completed. Money's actually going up more than I would expect. Anyway, this area here, this is our... I need a what? Bench and a toilet. Bench, I could put... I don't know. Well, we'll put toilets like there. There's the toilet. Benches, I could put in the middle maybe. In the middle like that. Like that, and then put beds like that. Bit cramped, but you know, it should work. It is a little bit cramped, isn't it? I might have to redesign that. I might have to cancel that and redesign it. Put the benches. Put the bench there. I think. I think it's a bit unfair. Let me cancel them toilets as well, because that looks stupid where it is. That looks really stupid. Let me dismantle that. I'm gonna put the bench up there maybe, yeah, and then the toilets there, because it looks stupid otherwise. Then we put another bed down the bottom. There's cramming stuff in, and then there's that was really over the top. Oh, we still haven't put these in. Why have they not put these jail doors in yet? Let me reorganize these. Jail door there, spin that round, jail door there. Please put the jail doors in anytime you want. Hopefully they're not on the back of the truck. No, but all the supplies are. And the supplies can't get taken from there yet. That's going to get designated as a toilet in a moment. Anytime it wants. There we go. And there's that. Still not done, actually. The workmen are too busy carrying stuff. That's fine. We should have researched dogs now, actually. What was that noise? Probably... Oh, no, it was that completing. We should have researched dogs. Let me have a quick look at bureaucracy. Yes, we have got dogs. So we can... we might as well research land expansion while we're here. We can actually get dogs and put them in here. I think I might well do that. Let me go to dog crate. And then put dog crates... like so. Spin them round. Dog crates. All along like so. There we go. That's probably enough dog crates in for now. We can hire more, get more if we need to. I wonder why the workmen aren't putting these doors in. This is a bit interesting now. Basically, the game's starting to get flooded. It's getting bloated. These are getting put in. These doors aren't getting put in. Neither are these. And there's people sitting around. The deliveries is a bit weird. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my... Just try and fix this. Going to go to deliveries. And rooms and then deliveries even. And change all of this to deliveries. So hopefully the workers will go and take these from here and put it in the deliveries there. Although I fear that they are not going to bother. Yeah. Yeah, they're not too bothered, are they? That's a problem. That has become a bit of a problem now. What I'm going to do is call the episode there and hope I can find a fix for that, because that's stacking up. I think all that I need to do is get a couple of prisoners in, then they'll get taken from there, and then they'll carry this stuff around. I think that'll fix it, but just to be on the safe side, we shall leave it there. Prisoners almost complete. We have our 2 cell blocks put in, cell block A and B. We have our laundry and cleaning cupboards. Canteen is pretty much, well, canteen is laid out. We can put the other tables and chairs in when required, as well as some stuff down the centre, some phone booths. We need to sort the solitary out. We need to sort this area out, but as you can see, the workmen aren't actually installing any doors and such. Bit of a bug, probably due to this pile up here. So, comments in the comments. If you know how to fix this bug, then by all means let me know. I'm going to look it up myself. Alpha game is alpha. One of the bad things is I tend to jump in and play this as fast as possible. I do try to do research, but obviously with it being, you know, alpha game, you can't always see all the bugs, and you normally don't. Most of the bugs aren't even reported, and there's a fix for them within, like, or a workaround even for at least a week after the alpha's released. So, you know, it's just something that I have to deal with. Comments in the comments, like I say, what do you think we should do with this wall? I am all in favour of changing this perimeter wall, or keeping this perimeter wall and then changing this fence to like a concrete. I think that'll look a lot better. Also, how do you want to play this? We're not having high risk prisoners, it's going to be low or normal risk. Put that in the comments for next episode, because that's when we'll be getting prisoners. Thank you very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.